Hi folks, welcome to another edition of Business as Usual. I'm Marty Conley, Lawrence County CVB Director. Today our travels take us to Chesapeake, Ohio, and here I'm welcomed with the Superintendent Adam Pittis of the Collins Career Technical Center. Thanks, Adam, for joining us.
Happy to be here. Thanks for having us.
Great. You come upon this place in Chesapeake, Ohio, you first realize how big it is and how beautiful it is. This is a fantastic place that we have here in Lawrence County. I'm going to let Superintendent Pittis just talk to us a little bit about what Collins Career Technical Center is and what they do here.
Well, that's going to take longer than a 10-minute span, I will say. I've been here 2 years, and one thing I hear throughout the community is we're one of the best kept secrets here in Lawrence County, and quite honestly, I'm here to try to stop that. I'd like to not be such a secret. We have so many programs and so many opportunities here for folks from high school, which I believe is pretty common understanding in Lawrence County. They understand what we do on the high school side, having 24 programs where it's junior, senior programs. We're in 6 of the 7 Lawrence County public schools with our satellite programs in engineering and biomed programs. But what I don't think folks quite understand is the value of our adult education programs.
Right.
In the Collins Career Technical Center, adult programming, where 16 full-time programs, as well as plenty of opportunities for short-term certificates, customized training. There's a lot of opportunity here, and I think folks just really need to take advantage of it. Take a look at our website.
Yeah. You talked about how there's so many things here. I think we said 26 programs that are offered here just right now. And one of the things we talked about prior to this is the opportunity for Collins Career to see a need in the community and grow off that need and be able to build curriculum around it if needed. So the versatility of this place is amazing too. So, and I'm sure that's been one of the big growths here that we've had. Trades, couple programs. Just talk about a couple programs that you have here.
Right. Heavy equipment operators is one we've really been advertising here lately. There's been a huge spike in that. We doubled the program size at the high school level, and we are growing the program on the adult side as well. So that's an in-demand job in the state of Ohio, and certainly in our region here in the tri-state. And so we're seeing a lot of success with that. Really happy with it. And welding's a standalone program that was here a long time ago. It's going to be here a long time from now. That's a very popular program, and kids can go right to work from here, right out of high school. Even in senior year, we've got a lot of students that are placed, and in an adult program, you're coming out pretty quickly. You're ready to work. So those are a couple on the trade side. Still trying to grow in carpentry, electrical programming, and trying to really fill some of these needs and voids. And certainly on the HVAC is a strong program. It comes as a credential program where there's a lot of skill involved, and we have a need for a lot of those folks here as we're coming out of a winter.
Yeah, absolutely. Tell us a couple other programs that are out here. People might not know where.
Yeah, traditionally in the start of career centers in Ohio started as vocational schools. And so you hear a lot about trade and industry programs, and we do all of those. We'll still do those, and we're going to continue to do those, but really looking to make a focus in this area, specifically in the tri-state and the allied health world. And so in our adult education programs, I think a lot of folks know of our nursing, about our School of Nursing that we talked about that's in Coal Grove, but we also offer a radiology program, a respiratory program, a diagnostic medical sonography program, and as well as a surgical tech program. So a lot of opportunities that if you don't want to be a nurse, but you can certainly still get employment in the area, in the region for one of our regional hospitals.
Yeah, a couple of the things that I've heard you talk about is your high school students and then your non-traditional students. So both groups of folks are able to be accommodated here. So talk a little bit about those two differences.
Well, first I'll start with the Collins Promise. Okay, I want to make sure we talk about that. And what that is that we are offering, our adult education program is offering a $2,000 scholarship for any 2023 Lawrence County graduate. So if they come straight out of Lawrence County High School and come out here to Collins, they, as an adult student, they will have an immediate $2,000 scholarship. Additionally, then we are offering a $1,000 scholarship for a Lawrence County graduate that isn't a graduate from this year, but maybe a couple of years removed from
Sure,
high school
sure.
graduation, but they're ready to get an upskill or get a training and work towards that career that they want to go. So it'd be two opportunities right there. We've seen growth for non-traditional students definitely in this time. Various programs. There's more and more men going into the nursing field, and that's great because we need nurses and continue to need nurses. That's probably the number one call right now that we get is when's your graduation and when are you going to have your LPNs done and when can my LPN come back and get an RN, that type of thing. And but certainly heavy equipment operators and HVAC. We talked about some of those programs. Any of those industrial maintenance workforce. There's plenty of opportunity for women there, and we're hearing that from the employers. That they want to have a more diverse workforce, and so plenty of non-traditional opportunities there.
I'm a big proponent of the non-traditional student, being one myself, and I was talking to these folks earlier. Very thankful for the job that they do here to give some folks an opportunity to do some other things. If a student or non-traditional, how would they go about maybe reaching out to some of the folks here? What do we need to look for?
Right. So we are a financial aid school institution, so you can apply for federal aid and federal grants through us. We handle all of the work for the student at the adult education site. So they just need to contact us and find out when the enrollment date is for for those programs. There's usually some pre-test work keys. I know everyone gets nervous when they hear pre-test. It's a skills assessment. It's not necessarily a pass-fail, but there are some that you do need to have a certain score, so that way we don't waste anybody's time.
Right.
If they can't get to something, but also we offer remediation for someone that doesn't meet that bar. They could take some remediation course with us and be able to get ready to get into that career. So you really want to get a hold of our adult education offices, and they'll handle it from there.
It's a one-stop place. I mean, all of from the financing to the registering your classes, everything's done right here. And it sounds like from some of the staff that I talked with earlier, I mean, they really kind of walk you through this whole program. I mean, some of this is life-changing to a lot of folks, and some of it's brand new, obviously. So it's awesome to hear that these folks are here to carry you through the way and help you, guide you, I guess is the best word I can think of, through the way. So one of the ways that we could reach out to them here is on the website. We've got collins-cc.edu. as a website where maybe folks can start if they've got some questions, kind of look around a little bit. You guys are pretty active on your social medias as well?
Yes, we are. We have a Facebook page, Twitter, Instagram, and LinkedIn. Certainly can check out a lot of the options that are there on our website and learn more about it. We want to make sure folks know we're the most affordable option here, and we keep it that way for a reason. We want to be able to get students, any student in here. We don't want there to be a barrier. We certainly are trying to remove as many barriers as possible. That's partially what the Collins Promise is focused at, trying to help folks get started, take a chance on that opportunity. And everybody gets nervous. We've heard a lot about student debt and financial debt over the years from institutions, and that's one thing that we really try to avoid is to students when they leave here, they have the least amount of debt possible to be able to go into the career that they want to go into.
If anyone has a question on any of the financial opportunities or questions on that, you can give them a call here at 740-867-6641, and that's a main line that'll, you can work from there if there's an option that you want to talk to finance, classes, so on and so forth. But that's another avenue that folks can reach out to reach them at. One of the things that I noticed here when we got here, and I said earlier coming in, is this is a big campus. There's a lot of cars here. There's a lot going on, and it's growing. That's the fantastic part about it. Tell us a little bit about some of the growth.
There's been a huge growth in career tech, both at the high school side and adult education. We've gone from 420 students 2 years ago to about 620 students just in the high school. That's just juniors and seniors alone, and that makes us the largest high school in the county, as you can imagine. And then on the adult side, we've seen growth in various programs. We have a second campus, which is mainly our School of Nursing campus, the adult education nursing in Coal Grove, and so that's full as well. But accepting applications, and we have not had a problem. Maybe we can't get everybody in that first application window, but then we have a follow-up cohort where we've offered an opportunity, been able to get folks to sign up. And so I think we've cleaned up that wait list. And so if you're waiting to get in here to be a nurse, then by all means, get your application in. The campus, you mentioned it, and we have so many opportunities with the high bay labs and the numerous labs to do a lot of things that maybe we don't do on the everyday basis.
Right.
And that's one piece of adult education that I would reach out to any of the small businesses that we have out here. We'd like to be able to help fill your employability needs, and whether that's hiring our graduates, but also if you want to upskill or train them, we have a program where we can go with, it's called customized training. And so sometimes it's easier for us to do that than, and maybe even cheaper than an employer that has to send somebody, to travel and with expenses, that type of thing. If we can do it here locally, we'd love the opportunity. Again, just need to reach out to us about that as well.
That's fantastic, and I think we were talking earlier as well again about some of the staff placement. I mean, the success rate is pretty high with a lot of the programs that you guys have. If most aren't maybe interning or getting to know some of the employers that are possible for them, that they may be offered some opportunities. Is that right too? Yeah,
absolutely. We have a lot of students before even graduation, they're walking out of here, they know where they're going to be employed. We want, that's our goal though. We want employed, enlisted, or enrolled. So we want them employed in a job locally here where they're earning a livable wage. Enlisted in a military or service academy is fine by us as well, where they can continue to down a pathway, or certainly enrolled where they could continue down a pathway of a career that they've seen their career here that they realize, oh, I don't want to go that way, I want to go the other way.
Sure.
So hopefully we save some money in that regard. That would be great too. But even if it is something where they're going up the ladder and want to move on to bigger and better things, and we'd love to be able to help along that way as well.
That's great. Open year round?
We are open year-round. High school is your normal traditional high school schedule, but we do offer some stuff throughout the summer. But then adult education programs run through the month of June. They vary depending on the program. They usually July's off, and then we follow the normal traditional holiday schedule and spring break and all of that. Very similar to most colleges that you would enroll in.
So once you start, I mean, you can go straight through all the way year-round, and I don't say hurry it up, but I mean you continue on where you're not having those gaps and so on and so forth.
Yes, all of our programs are a 1 or a 2 year program depending on the choice, and so they all are, you're done within 2 years and you're ready to work.
Wow. 11627 State Route 243, Chesapeake, Ohio is where Collins Career Technical Center is located. Again, if you want to reach out by phone, 740-867-6641. And their website is collins-cc.edu. Superintendent Pittis, I appreciate you spending some time with us. Is there anything else that you might want folks to know about the center?
I just certainly make sure you consider all your options if you're looking to better yourself or expand your employment opportunities, and basically come here, get skilled, get hired, and get ahead. That's the goal.
It's a jewel in our county, right?
Absolutely.
It is a jewel in our county, and we're very thankful for that here in Lawrence County. So if you have an opportunity, again, we'll flash up the contacts here, social medias as well. But give them a call here at Collins and see if it's something that can benefit you. I'm sure that there's something that will fit the needs that you do have for a career. But any questions, give them a call here, and I'm sure they'll be glad to take care of you and help you out. Thanks for joining us today on Business as Usual. I'm Marty Conley. Take care.